it's a good thing, because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Longhorns will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense takes the field for the first time today. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try to power their way ahead. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So the Texas Longhorns offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Bunch formation for these receivers. Gonna swing it on second down. A strike downfield. Touchdown Longhorn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Sets up the screen. Turning it on! And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field it close to the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start this drive with a pass. The throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Here's the return. Makes a move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Texas offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Right on the money. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Gets it out quickly. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. Finds a crease at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And down he goes back at the 3. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The corners are walked up tight. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Wants to bring it back. And there he goes. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds.
Roughing the kick kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they could break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
He'll be stopped behind the line again. Things going from bad to worse. Big deficit on the scoreboard and a long way to go for the first down. And they can't make the play on third down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Opening play of this drive comes through the 26-yard line. Quarterback extends the play. Complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it inside the 30. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for him.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
0. Texas.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it from the gun. And he knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the...
There he goes! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. On the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Finds the tight end. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The option look. He'll toss it. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you do.
Lofts one high and deep. Snags it inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Kentucky, 0. Texas.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
On on 3rd and long. He's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Trying to get the edge on the toss. And some room to work. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Just keeps moving. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Caught in the backfield. It's Hester. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires left. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize, they get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Just couldn't quite hook up on that last pass play. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They've moved it into scoring territory. First and 10 from the 11. Got it behind the line. It's McNabb. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. After that last one, they're staring at a second and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Power football with the run. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead. There he goes! Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kentucky.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. On the run, it's McMillan. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they got him for a safety. They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Texas Longhorns will take over.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They believe they can run right here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas!
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Texas 1, Kentucky 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Kentucky offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Tight end now in motion. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, they're after him. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run play action. Steps away to find some room. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the ball will be blown dead at the 35, and that's where they'll put it into play.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. This guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Texas 75, Kentucky 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Here comes the Texas offense. They'll go to the ground. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Trying to get the corner. Runs through the tackle. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to simple miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the ground with the back. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. The RPO, it's complete. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Now facing a 3rd and long. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch around the 50. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Using his legs, it's McNabb. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Quick strike complete. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Gets it inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. To the air on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's McMillan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Can they catch him? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles.
Touchdown, Longhorns! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The give to the left. He breaks a tackle. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Crispin. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch at the 35. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Running back searching for a hole. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They just keep firing. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Gives it to the back on the draw. Fights off a defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to him on the ground. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. From the gun on 3rd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Now he'll let one fly down the left side. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working, and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well, because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the grab close to the logo. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And with that touchdown, I would say this one is out of reach.
It is out of reach. A lot of coaches pull their starters, start to build some of that depth, put some other guys in. But listen, keep playing, keep executing. Their job to stop you.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Gives it on the option. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Wants to go up top on first down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get...
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to